get away.
Yes, factors. In my case, the relationship I used to be, and it was serious, and I thought it was serious. So I used to listen to whatever my guy told me. So my boyfriend didn't allow me to have male friends. I'm not even talking about best friends, but I'm talking about keeping male friends. So starting with that question, from your point of view, is there anything wrong in a lady having male friends?
Yeah, honestly, it depends.
Okay.
So,
Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Tariro. If it's your first time here, hello and welcome. So guys, in today's video I have a special guest, my friend. So we're gonna be discussing about friendships of the opposite sex, like the so-called besties. So we'll be talking about my own opinion from a female perspective and his own opinion from a male perspective. So guys, can you please welcome. Hi Butler, how are you?
I tell you, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for agreeing to do this video with me.
Sure, it's a pleasure.
Yeah. So guys, this is my friend. He's called Taku or Butler. So we met here at Northwest University. He's also doing masters in actuarial science. So guys, I think next week we'll invite him again for him to tell us about his actuarial science journey. But as for today, guys, we are discussing and we are navigating those what you call male or female bestie, the so-called opposite sex relationship. So by opposite sex relationship, guys, I mean obvious, everyone, you have that female friend or female friends, one is to a guy, or one is to a guy, you have female friends, right?
Yeah.
So from your perspective, okay, starting with me, before I only used to play with females only. Why? Because it depends with various factors. In my case, the relationship I used to be, and it was serious, and I thought it was serious. So I used to listen to whatever my guy told me. So my boyfriend didn't allow me to have male friends. I'm not even talking about best friends, but I'm talking about keeping male friends. So starting with that question, from your point of view, is there anything wrong in a lady having male friends?
Yeah, honestly, it depends.
Okay.
So,
It depends on what
yeah,
basis.
just before I start, you see that most of my answers, I try to play it safe. Always start with it depends.
Okay,
So,
that's
yeah.
good. Okay, it depends.
So
okay.
it depends with the stage where you are at. Of course, when you're still young, you just play boys and girls. You don't even mind all the stuff.
Yes.
And then we also reach to that specific level whereby you're in high school, you're in college, but then you're still not, maybe not in a relationship or in a marriage.
Yeah.
I would say for me,
Mhm.
it's cool to have opposite sex as a friend. But then when it comes to marriage, I think that's also another story. So that's it depends.
Okay.
Phrase.
So you think married people, they shouldn't keep opposite sex friends or besties?
We could say friends, yeah. I mean, you cannot really get rid of your friends because
Yeah.
also it depends where you came from, right? Remember,
Okay.
you and I, let's say, we grew up together and then now you
Mhm.
get married. You can't just say, okay, man, I'm now married. Then
Yeah, then you just dump your friends.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
But also, when it comes to besties and stuff, now when you get married, the closeness which you had with your friend, then it also needs to be revised.
Yeah, from my own point of view, I think when you're married, your first best friend is your husband. For example, when I get married, my best friend should be my husband. If you see like your husband is not your best friend, there's something wrong, because they say you should marry your best friend because you two are now one. So if you are not close enough to be best friends, there's a problem. Then if you allow someone to come in between you, your husband will have a female best friend and then your wife will have a male best friend, there's something wrong between you two guys. Because the definition of a best friend is someone you're very, very close to. It's like your best friend. So why not your husband be your best friend, or why not your wife be your best friend? Because your best friend, you share literally everything and you're comfortable with that person. So why would you allow another person to be more close to you than the way you are close to your wife? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree.
Yes.
with you with that.
Okay, moving on to the next question. Um, what do you think, from your own point of view, this is basically from your point of view, do you think there are any advantages of having a female bestie from your side?
Well, honestly, from my side,
Mm-hmm.
I think yes. Well, sometimes you might not see the advantages, like you cannot pinpoint them, the advantages, but just that fact of sharing someone's life or their experiences. Of course, ladies and men, they have like different life experiences.
Yes.
So they do experience something which men do not experience. So I think
Yeah.
it's good to have that. Like even if you get your wife, at least you know that you won't be surprised. Like really,
Yeah,
face this
you
or
already
something
see
like
how
that.
they behave.
Yeah.
For example, I definitely know everyone, you have some opposite sex friends in your life. So basically, even yourself, we are friends. So maybe, for example, we want to go out somewhere. Then I'll tell you, for now I'm busy. Like, I have to finish doing makeup. Then you wait for me like for 30 minutes. Then, yeah, you know. So at least when you get married, you would have had some experience of how women behave. Then you'll be like, when your wife do that to you, you'll be like, oh, I'm used to this.
Exactly.
So I think it's also good to have opposite sex friends. Why? Because you will see the other side of women better and understand it, which you couldn't understand because you're getting closer. So it also prepares you for marriage. Then also I think at some point, maybe when you have a girlfriend or when you're married, maybe there are things you wouldn't understand about women, but you would have understood them from your friends. As well, maybe when you're having issues with your partner, you can as well go to your opposite sex friends to ask them, like, you guys, when you behave like this, what could be the reason, or what can I do? For example, you can come to me and ask me, what can I buy for my girlfriend on your birthday? I'm a lady, so I would understand what would make us happy. So those are the advantages. Anyways, guys, let's move on to the disadvantages. What do you think are the disadvantages of having opposite sex friends?
Well, probably the biggest one is when you're into a serious relationship
Yes.
or when you're in a marriage. Most couples they do not really like this female or male bestie or friend.
Yeah.
So it can really cause problems in a relationship. And I think it's something which you should like take note of and something which you should be willing to accept, like things are gonna change.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
Yeah, it might cause problems in relationship.
Not it might,
Yeah.
it will actually cause issues. Because, for example, when you're married, things have to be different. Like I said, your wife should be your best friend. If your wife is not your best friend, then there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Because why would you allow someone else to take your wife's place? So the moment you start having a female bestie, you will have an issue with your wife. First of all, she'll start being jealous. Because she'll be like, why are you allowing someone to come between us and stuff like that? So it's an issue. Okay, guys, our last question. What would you advise people who are in the opposite sex relationships, like best friends? What would you advise them? One word of advice.
Well, what I can say is, I think you need to analyze like what's important for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, if like a marriage thing, if you really are into that, which I believe most people will be, then you need to know like my marriage is my priority or something which is very very important. So then you need to let one go if you cannot deal with the two. Yeah.
Wow, that's so powerful. Thank you.
Sure.
I hope you guys you learned something, and I hope you had the advice. From my own point of view, first of all, I would advise you that if you're married, let me start with married people. Why? Because from my YouTube analytics, it shows that my viewers are aged between 25 to 35. So at that age range, you guys are about 70%. So it's like most of my viewers, you are around the age of 25 to 35. It means most of you are in the marriage age, or you are in serious relationships, or you are about to get married. So what I would advise you to do is that First of all, before you consider having a opposite sex friendship or best friends or whatever, you have to consider your spouse. You have to talk about this. Like I said, from my previous relationship, I wasn't allowed to have an opposite sex relationship because my partner was very jealous and would say, I'm your best friend, why would you need another person? And actually, I deleted all the numbers of all the guys. That's what happened. That's what I was told to do. So if you're in a similar situation, guys, if your partner doesn't want you to have or to keep opposite sex friends, I think respect that, because it will make your relationship better. Because you have to do what your other person feels comfortable with. Because you have to value what matters. Is it your relationship or is it your friendships? So it depends, guys. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Please don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe. Till we meet again on our next video. Remember, I always post my videos on Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays at 5 p.m. Please say bye to my viewers.
Bye.
Tell them to subscribe.
Please comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell.
Yeah, thank you. Till we meet again, guys.